IRWR with FFP. We're here this afternoon with the main man, Dev Sahni. How you doing, my man?
Where's the main man? I'm no main man, but great to see you again, my friend.
Yes, always good to see you. Always a pleasure, mate. He's done it again. He's rolling out another cracker of a show.
Yeah, look, the momentum's crazy right now for Queensbury in the UK in particular. Magnificent Seven was an absolute belter, like Brad Paul's becoming British champion, realising a lifelong dream. Andrew Kane, the little nutcase from Liverpool, just knocking out Ash Lane. Brilliant, brilliant performance from him. And then we went over to Joyce versus Chisora, a fight you'll never forget, right?
No, never.
No?
What a fight.
I'm not going to forget it. It was brilliant. And now I think we've got a good couple of good fights on Saturday.
We've got some cracking fights here. The fail fight I'm really looking forward to here.
Yeah.
But the boys here, Alois, love him.
Yeah.
Eloquent,
Yeah.
promoter's dream. I can see big things coming up for Alois.
Yeah, you say that like promoter's dream, that like a press conference host's dream. He was my dream up there.
Yeah.
If he wasn't up there, that presser would have been pretty dead because Derrick Osaze, Denzel Bentley, two lovely fellas, they've been in touch on WhatsApp congratulating each other and stuff. They weren't going to kick off. Alois knew exactly what he wanted to do. So looking down the table at Alonso Berardi, telling him he's going to put him to sleep. Love that. You know, sometimes when these bright lights come on at the press conference table, some fighters, they wilt. They don't want to be there. They just want to get on and get forward to fight night. Some guys thrive. He thrived.
He woke up as soon as the lights come on, didn't he? He's very, very intelligent in his training schedules and everything because he knows what this sport commands of the fighter itself. But he seems to be very understanding of what he needs to sacrifice.
Yeah. It's his life. There's no plan B for Alois Jr. And he's a deep thinker. He studies like ancient warriors from the past, sort of gleans that spirit from them. He's always thinking about boxing. He's always watching boxing. He's a warrior, and you see that with how he took that fight with Michael Soshiensky on 24 hours notice. A fearless, 18 years old he was at the time for that.
Yeah, only a baby.
Went in there with a monster and did well enough to earn himself a contract with Queensbury. It was madness that he took that fight, but he's fearless.
Yeah.
Even this fight, he's stepping up against a guy who knocked out Israel Doufus. He's a good fighter.
He was a cracking fighter, and that was a good knockout.
He knocked him out in a round, had him over 3 times. Serious step up for your first title to suddenly take on Berardi, but he don't care. He's fearless. He knows what he can do.
But the Berardi, if the same Berardi turns up Saturday night, that is going to be an absolute tear up because I don't think any of them have given an inch. But going over to Denzel, you just said there how humble and polite they are to each other. Yeah. We all know once that first bell goes and the first bit of leather lands, there's no niceties.
Forget about it. Forget about the niceties. Forget about the lovely WhatsApps they've been exchanging. Forget about all of that. Forget about shaking hands up there. They are just going to have an out-and-out tear-up. And when Denzel boxes at this kind of British European level, sometimes he gets the job done very, very quickly. If he can do that against Derrick Osaze, it's a big statement. And that will be a man saying, I'm ready for my world title. I'm ready for my world title shot. Where is it? So all eyes on what Denzel can do against Derrick.
Styles always make fights. If Derrick can draw Denzel into that deep trench where the boxing's gone out the window, I think then he could get a better chance with Denzel. But I just think Denzel's got a little bit more experience, just not to step into the trench too often. Do you think that could be the case Saturday?
I think experience will be key. It's not going to get deeper for him necessarily than Janibek, jumping up against Janibek. A great southpaw fighter, unbeaten world champion on away turf. He's got that experience now, and he did very well in that fight. He's also got the experience of he's had highs, he's had lows, and some of the fights that he's taken are beyond what actual experience he has. He had no right to take on Mark Heffron. When Denzel Bentley started boxing, Mark Heffron was already well ahead.
Fully fledged Team England GB champ. He was flat out.
Felix Cash, Team GB, all of that kind of stuff. Denzel Bentley, sometimes he hadn't even thought about boxing when these guys had started boxing. It's unreal, but he's gained more and more experience now. With Derrick Osaze, the first time that he stepped up, he probably jumped way too quickly to Tyler Denny. He'd never boxed more than 4 rounds. Suddenly he was boxing 10 rounds against, look, we know what Tyler Denny can do.
Yeah.
He's serious. He's got a habit of taking unbeaten records from British middleweight prospects. So, yeah, let's see, because he hasn't been the most active either, Derrick Osaze. So
No, and that the inactivity, I think that could be a big player in the fight Saturday.
it could be, but he is coming off a win. He
Yeah.
did box this year, but over the last few years, he hasn't boxed too much.
Nah. But over to Fail. The two twins are coming on good. We was down at the Peacock this week. We had a little look in there. Looking very sharp and looking very spiteful. But I think they're both getting on, the hand injury's finished now. So they are flying together. I can see massive things happen for them. And the twins factor,
Yeah.
it's just a beautiful seller.
I love the twins factor. They're both brilliant. And a show like this, where you get a good slot for someone like Ben Fowl, Carl Fowl, when he gets those slots as well, this is the chance for them to say, I'm ready to go, kind of thing. It's only 6-0 or 8-0 at the moment. Is Ben Fowl?
Yeah,
it's quite early in his career, but yeah, it's a proper fight he's got on Saturday. But when he takes a challenge, he tends to knock his man out.
And he'll refuse no challenge. I know the boys from amateurs; they will refuse no challenge at all.
It's good to have twins. I don't think they're going to fail. So yeah.
I like that. I love that one.
I think they're clearly in a good camp with Martin as well. They're there with Denzel every day.
Yeah.
And there's long been kind of whispers about the Fail twins and what they can do. They've had their issues with injuries and whatnot. It feels like now they are starting to just gather a bit of momentum. So looking forward to it.
And they're really committed. They make so much sacrifice, Dev.
Yeah.
I'm around them. Their sacrifices they make are phenomenal. So once you see that in a fighter, you kind of half know they're going to be stepping up soon.
Yeah, listen, they're both serious guys. I spoke to them before about have you got like a missus or anything like that?
Did you get a smile out of them?
It's very rare, very rare. I had sort of one side, and they're like, no, all we think about is boxing.
Yeah.
We're just focused on the boxing.
And they do.
Boxing. Yeah, they do. Look, they're serious talents over in the Peacock, and Martin's bringing them along very well.
Brilliant. Always a pleasure to talk to you. Really looking forward to Saturday, Dev. See you there and catch up again soon.
Good to speak to you, my friend.
God bless you, my brother.